Jon Jones and Sergei Pavlovich are on a collision course. This fight's going to happen, I believe so, and I'm excited. Both of these fighters have had wonderful years. Now, we got to talk about Jon Jones. Jon Jones is one of the best of all time, and throughout his career, he's looked invincible. Sergey, since 2018, he's looked invincible as well, having 6 straight wins, all by knockout in round number 1, which is, quite frankly, unheard of. Being dudes like Derek Lewis, Taito Ivasa, Maurice Green, and now Curtis Blaydes. But naturally, when we talk about this fight happening, everybody's going to favor arguably the best fighter ever, Johnny Bones Jones. And the odds are going to be dumb. I'm sure everybody's going to think that Jon Jones is going to wash Sergey. A lot of questions were answered when Jon Jones made his debut against Cyril Gane. He submitted him in 1 round. Not all questions, but some were answered. So when we look at Sergei Pavlovich, the question is, does he stand a chance? The question is, can Sergey beat Jon Jones? I'm going to say, yes, he can. Big time. Actually, my money's on Sergey. And let me explain why. Obviously, the first thing that people are going to bring up when we're talking about this fight or predicting this fight is 2018 when Sergey lost to Alistair Overeem. He was dominated in the stand-up. He was dominated on the ground, took him down like 3 times, pushed to the ground, tripped, and wrestled to the ground, and ground and pounded out by Alistair Overeem. On the other hand, they're going to say that Jon Jones defeated a striker with wrestling and jits recently. And it makes sense why this math would add up. However, I'm going to explain why it doesn't in the difference in the fighter from 2018 to 2023 that Sergey is now. Wrestling in the heavyweight division is basic compared to every other division. The reason why is because guys normally have 2 or 3 takedown attempts before they gas. In the heavyweight division, if one heavyweight gets taken down, the heavyweight that's on top is usually going to win the round because the other one can't get up because of the size, the weight. These men are big. And the gas tanks. A lot of guys can't fight off their back because they get tired. They can't scramble and they can't sweep as good as the lighter guys. So whoever takes whoever down, they've won the round. Well, let's start with Sergey when he fought Overeem. That's coming up on 6 years now. Sergey was ragdolled by Overeem. He was pushed down, taken down, and tripped throughout the fight, and he had no answer on his back. However, 2 weeks ago, he fought a tougher wrestler in Curtis Blaydes. People expected this D2 division wrestler to ragdoll him again, but he didn't. Curtis Blaydes got stopped. Many people on Instagram commented, where were the takedowns? Well, you see, in the heavyweight division, there are no explosive takedowns. You have to set them up. There are no explosive takedowns like Sean Short or consistent like Murad. Only 1 or 2 attempts are allowed because of the gas tanks. Let's establish that right now. So I don't buy what people are saying that Curtis Blaydes made a mistake by standing too long with Sergey. I think we're discounting Sergey's effort. You see, a guy like Sergey these days is not as easy to take down as you would think. He's not Sergey from 2018. His style has completely changed. And it was a change meant to fight wrestlers. I could tell. This is what I mean. In MMA, if a wrestler is pressured, put in bad positions, he resorts to shooting every time. It's a habit. And this comes when wrestlers are pressured up against the cage. The other is when a fighter is moving in circles. They're going to shoot. I believe Sergey now understands this. Back when he fought Overeem in his previous fights, his stand-up was totally different. He was straight up, throwing teeps, throwing leg kicks more often. And when he used his hands, it was only a jab to set up the right hook. It was very amateurish. He tried to move around the ring and box, use his reach, only his jab. Somewhere down the line, he discovered that he could use his reach in a different way. Many different ways. Flash forward to today, he throws as soon as you're in range. He's also crouching down and not standing up straight like he used to. And this allows him to get into a sprawl position as soon as somebody attempts a takedown. A fighter who fought exactly like and went on a 25 winning streak back in the day was Hector Lombard. He was already short, but he made himself shorter to where you couldn't take him down. Hector, like Sergey, also punched as soon as you were in arm's reach. The difference is Hector could be outboxed on the outside since he was giving up so much space and he was very short. Sergey is huge. One of the biggest heavyweights, tied with Jon Jones' longest arms, 84-inch wingspan. And normally guys with long arm spans lack power. They don't have enough leverage. But Sergey has God-given power, like Ngannou. So when Curtis Blaydes fought Sergey, he couldn't go for a takedown. It's that simple. And one thing that I heard before the fight was Dominic Cruz and John Anik say that Sergey told him that as soon as Curtis Blaydes would try to take him down, he would start swinging. So it would discourage him from trying takedown. And they didn't believe him, but that's what happened in the fight. The reason this happened is because when you try to box Sergey on the outside like Blaydes did, he's still punching. His arms are longer than everybody's. This is not Hector Lombard. So he beats everyone with a punch without even trying very hard, using up a lot of energy. Usually a short guy has to bob and weave to get him the inside and try to punch. Sergey has those long arms. So he's fighting like a short guy, being the biggest guy. So that's already 2 defenses against wrestlers that he has. One is his low stance. Second is his arm span. As soon as a wrestler gets... Remember, wrestlers cannot explode in the heavyweight division like Sean Sherk from the middle of the cage or the opposite side of the cage to try to take down. So as soon as these wrestlers get in reach to go for a takedown, Sergey's already punching. That's the difference between Sergey 2018, 2023. 2018, he was picking his shots. He was trying to be smart. Now he just lets them go. And Sergey isn't a professional boxer or anything. He throws caution to the wind, which forces you to get into an exchange, because dudes see the bait of him being reckless. They assume they can counter him. But he does something in these exchanges that does not make him an easy target. He simply steps back when guys are trading with him to catch you at the end of his punches, where you can't catch him. He's very accurate, and he is because he has something special that not even professional boxers have. This man does not close his eyes on the exchanges. This is a very special skill that even like the best fighters, the best boxers in the world don't have. He reminds me of Juan Manuel Marquez. He used to be like that too, so in exchanges he was deadly. This way, this is what makes him so accurate. He's watching everything you're doing. Usually when guys are in exchanges, they close their eyes, duck their head, and just throw hooks, overhand rights, and swing. That's how he's beating everybody. He has the ability to get you into these exchanges, get out of harm's reach, and pick his shots, which is crazy. So, with all this being said, logical thing against Sergey is to kick him from the outside, like you would a Hector Lombard. However, because his arms are so long, he can still reach you from kicking distance. That's why Curtis Blaydes got KO'd. Not because he didn't try to take him down. He did, and here's proof of it. When Jon Jones fought Gane, he looked a little sluggish on his feet. Slower, not as creative. He relied on pressure, and that pressure made Gane get off balance, which Gane always does. He's not a fighter that's balanced like Sergey. He's not low to the ground like Sergey. He fights in the karate, Muay Thai type of style, and he's always off balance. That's how Jon Jones was able to take him down. So when he threw his wild-ass hook, Jon Jones was able to get his back. Sergey's new stance never puts him off balance. So I don't think Jon Jones will be able to take down Sergey. Another thing is that strength can nullify wrestling. And if you look at Sergey from 2018 to 2023, there's a huge weight difference. This isn't 2018 anymore. He's bigger. He's stronger. And I believe guys are going to have a really hard time taking down Sergey from now on, based on that loss and what he's learned. Jon Jones impressed me with the win over Sergey on the ground. He moved very quickly for a heavyweight. He was moving like a featherweight on the ground, and he was rolling with Gane. So on the ground, I don't think Sergey can keep up with Jon Jones. However, based on everything I said, I'm willing to bet anything this is going to be a stand-up fight. Jon Jones is very creative when he's standing up. He uses unusual techniques like the oblique kick to keep guys off of him. But in his recent showings, getting older, Jon Jones has become more of a pressure fighter when he used to be an outside fighter, which is a big no-no when you're fighting Sergey, because he's coming forward to be exposed to the power. He's not the wild, fast, explosive Jon Jones that he was against Mauricio Hua, against Dominic Reyes, against Gane. He just pressures slowly, taking shots after shots. I believe this is going to be a kickboxing match, which I favor Sergey. The point of this video is to make you aware that Jon Jones won't be able to take down Sergey as easily as you think, and why Curtis wasn't able to take him down either, which plays right into his hands. So, I'm taking Sergey to win this fight. Tell me what you think. I know it's crazy going against the GOAT, but I'm using logic here.